And we are live.
Hey YouTube, it's March531 here, bringing you a throwback car set showcase. We are going to show off the cars that we run in the NASCAR Spring Up Series mock season race from Darlington. All 43 cars will have some. Oh, hold on. Dang it. All right, there we go. We're going to show off all 43 cars that will have a throwback scheme right here, and I'm being joined by one of the drivers, or not drivers, one of the people that helped paint the cars for this race, Jake Rogers. And we are gonna get going.
Okay.
Let's make sure it's shared screen. I keep putting on screen share, but it won't stay. Okay, there we go. So the first car that you see that will be run is the one McDonald Chevrolet, Jamie McMurray. This is a throwback scheme to Bill Elliott when he drove the 94. That'll be his throwback scheme. And then we have the number 2, Brad Keselowski, the Miller Lite Bobby Allison tribute car for T. Pittsky. Driving the number 3, Cheerio Chevrolet Austin Dillon with a Wrangler Dale Earnhardt Sr. throwback scheme. Next up is Kevin Harvick, who'll be running his real life 2016 throwback scheme, the Busch Beer Cal Yarborough throwback scheme. And one of my favorite schemes we have in the car set, the number 5 Farmers Insurance Chevrolet of Kasey Kahne, a Terry Labonte throwback scheme.
And we got the number 6 Advocare scheme based off of Mark Martin's ride way back then. And next up, we have Alex Bowman's Nyko scheme based off Alan Kowicki's. Now, this is being used by Regan Smith in real life.
Yep.
And next up, we have the 9 STP Ford of Elliott Sadler based off of Richard Petty's scheme from way back then. Then we got a Jeremy Mayfield tribute scheme for Regan Smith. And we got the 11 of Denny Hamlin with Jack Ingram as his tributor.
And then we got the number 12, Ryan Blaney. This is a Wood Brothers tribute scheme. You can see that Monocraft will be the sponsor for Ryan Blaney. You had the number 13, Geico Chevrolet Casey Mears, tributing Smokey Unick. And that 13 of Mears will be ran in real life as well. We have the number 14, Mobile 1, a AJ Foyt tribute. The 15 of Brian Vickers will be tributing Sterling Marlin when he drove the Maxwell House number 22 car in the late 90s. And we have the number 16, KFC Ford of Greg Biffle with a Jeff Burton throwback scheme.
And next up, we have Ricky Stenhouse Jr. supporting the Darrell Wallace tribute scheme being sponsored by Sonny E. Next up, we got Kyle Busch in the Interstate Batteries Toyota with Bobby Labonte as his tributor. Next up, we got the number 19 Eris Toyota. His tributor is Roy Allen Jr. And next up, we have Matt Kenseth in his DeWalt scheme, DeWalt Dollar General scheme. Tributors being Tony Stewart. And finally, we got a Chris Buescher in Neil Bonnet's number 21.
Next up, we have the number 22 Pennzoil Ford of Joe Logano with a Johnny Benson throwback scheme from the late 90s. You have Chase Elliott, the Napa Chevrolet with a Jeff Gordon Throwback Scheme. Dakota Armstrong, one of our Rookie of the Year contenders. The Dr. Pepper Toyota. A Kevin Grubb Throwback Scheme. Paul Menard, the number 27 Quaker State Chevrolet, attributing Rusty Wallace. And the number 29 Shoreline Chevrolet of Brian Scott, attributing Bob Keselowski.
Then next up, we got the 30 car of Josh Wise and Michael Waltrip's old Pennzoil paint scheme back in like the 90s. We got Ryan Newman's Ward Burton Caterpillar tribute. And we got Brett Moffitt and the Troy Beebe, is it?
Yeah, I think it's Troy Beebe or something like that.
Troy Beebe in the Taco Bell throwback. And we got Landon Castle in the KFC throwback. Now, this is a Dale Jr. throwback when he was running in the then Busch series. And finally, we got the Dirt Devil Chevrolet of Reed Sorensen in his Kenny Wallace tribute.
Now we got another car that will be ran in real life, Kurt Busch in the Haas Automation Retro paint scheme. You have Kyle Larson throwing back his Target scheme to around the early 2000s when Casey Mears drove the 41. Then you have Aric Almirola, the STP Ford Fusion of Richard Petty Motorsports, a Richard Petty throwback. The 46 Michael Annett, the Pilot J Chevrolet, a Bill Davis Racing throwback to when Michael Annett ran in the Truck Series. Back when, around 2008.
Yeah. Bill Davis's final year as car owner. And next up, we got the 47 AJ Allmendinger in his Kroger Bruce Hill tribute, which will be ran in real life. We got the 48 Jimmie Johnson in his Mike Skinner tribute when he was driving for RCR. We got the number 77 5-hour Energy Toyota Clint Bowyer, which is Tim Richards tribute. We got the number 78 of Martin Truex Jr. Jim Paschal tribute. Yeah, another Kev Grubb tribute car of Matt DiBenedetto.
And then we got the number 88 Nationwide Chevrolet of Dale Earnhardt Jr. This is a Buddy Baker throwback, and it will also be a scheme that will be ran in real life. We have the 95 of Michael McDowell, the Thrivent Financial Chevrolet. And this is a Richard Childress throwback scheme.
And when he was driving.
And there are also two cars that will be ran that I forgot to render. So I do have a screenshot of the cars, and let's see if I can go back to the screen share. Okay. We have the number 51 Brandt Chevrolet. This is a Justin Allgaier's number 51, dating back to when Jimmy Spencer drove the 23 at I don't even know what team that was. And here's another look at it. And the final car is David Reagan, the number 55 Aaron's Toyota Camry for MWR. This is a Michael Waltrip Aaron's tribute to when he ran the 99 in the what was the NASCAR Busch Series in the early 2000s. So that is all the 43 cars that will be ran in the mock season throwback race, which should be on this channel in a couple of days. You just saw the Xfinity race a couple of days ago. And Jake Rogers, thank you for joining with me today.
Pleasure being here.
Show off these cars. And Jake made about 7 to 8 of those cars, I believe.
Yeah, it's around there.
Like that. And I painted about 5 of those. And yeah, and thank you to all the other people who helped make the car set, painted the cars, and found some online. And thank you to all who helped make this happen. And we'll see you in a couple of days with the NASCAR Spring Up Series race from Darlington. Goodbye, everyone.